Dear friends of Leica worldwide, welcome to our headquarters, welcome to Wetzlar for the launch of a new chapter in the Leica history, the launch of the new Leica M11. Believe me, it's another landmark, a milestone, a lighthouse to look up to. And by the way, who could better explain it to us than our Stefan Daniel? So, therefore, Stefan, it's your turn now.
Thank you, Andreas. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to tell you more about the all-new Leica M11. For many years, the Leica M plays an important role in my life. Launching the M11 today makes me feel very proud and humble at the same time. First of all, we have listened very carefully what you liked on the M so far and what shall be improved. Then, we have invested for years in technology and innovation to bring this all together in this new camera body. I am excited to take you behind the scenes. I'm getting dressed now for the clean room in order to show you how the Leica M11 is being produced. While I'm doing so, I'm asking Mark Schippert to tell us what is so special about the new design on the Leica M11.
Thank you, Stefan, for the introduction. Welcome to our design studio in Munich, a place where Leicas of the future are created. Our design approach at Leica stems back to its very origins, over 100 years ago. It is one based on simplicity in reduction, material quality, perfection in detail, and a user-centered approach. An iconic design now in its latest generation, the design and functionality of the M11 embraces the evolution principle of Leica, striving for perfection on a detail level. Our design philosophy is centered around focusing on the essential, creating highly desirable products that are not only amazing to look at with their modernistic simplicity, however also a joy to use, inspiring our customers to create. The oval body shape still forms the core of the next Leica M design. The main body split lines have evolved into a more contemporary proportion, with a slimmer top cap profile and a stronger emphasis on the rangefinder elements. This evolved profile continues on the rear, seamlessly integrating the display and user interface components. The digital design reflects the same principles as our industrial design, simplicity with a focus on clarity and usability. Also, a huge improvement to usability is found on the underside of the camera, where we took a user-centered approach to the bottom plate design with direct battery and USB-C port access. The design and execution of the accessories also reflects our passion for authenticity, as well as the highest quality in craftsmanship. We have even made the black M11 20% lighter than its predecessor. It is simply a design that we are very proud to present to you. Now back to Stefan.
Thank you, Mark. I'm sure you love the design of the new M as much as we do. And 20% less weight is really something. You really need to feel it to believe it. The M11 has over 40 improvements compared to the M10. And one of those is the new image sensor and the processor, the image board. What happens behind me on these computers is the so-called marriage, where the sensor and the electronics learn to know each other. All this for perfect function. The technology and innovation team is working really hard to bring all the functions together in this remarkable body. That's why I'd like to give you a sneak peek how they work together in cross-functional teams. There is Marlene, she's an image processing engineer, and there is Florian, the project manager for the Leica M11.
Thank you, Stefan, for introduction. It has been an amazing journey to coordinate and project lead the Leica M11. Almost 2 years ago, we have had already our best first prototype of an M camera ever. We have been very far, even our viewfinder has been produced as a prototype. Suddenly, we hit by a worldwide pandemic and the fact that all of the T&I team has been working from home needed some significant adjustments. But I think we managed pretty well, don't you think, Marlene?
Yes, it was challenging, and we became creative. As a team lead of image quality, testing was and is still important for me. With the help of some remote installations, we were able to continue our work with full speed. Around 40 software engineers worked hard to stay in time. We built a brand new sensor board, which we designed and tested in-house. Many people may think that the image quality only depends on the sensor, but it's so much more. The other important part is the image board, which is the brain of the camera. We used the MAIS 3 processor, which we adapted to the M11. These are married, we call the image pipeline, as all the hardware and software blocks need to work hand in hand. Last but not least, we focused on creating a sensor with never-seen possibilities and outstanding quality.
Exactly, Marlene. And we as Leica stand for German craftsmanship, meaning we want to deliver you the very best quality. And to ensure this, continuously run quality tests, even already with our prototypes. A part of it is saturation test of all buttons. We torture the camera by heating up to plus 40 degrees, and within seconds, we cool the product down to minus 20 degrees.
Florian, don't forget, we also do the ESD testing, as this is so important for all the electronics. We want to make sure that even if the camera gets a static shock, all the electronics keep working flawlessly. That basically concludes the unit and system tests.
As a project manager, it's also important to keep all stakeholders aligned, meaning we have many meetings with internal and external people to make sure that everybody's on the same page. These stakeholders needs to test the product, giving us feedback on materials, user interface, and many more things. And of course, for the team spirit, it's very important to celebrate small and big milestones. We do this, for example, with a little breakfast, when possible. And now, let's get back to Stefan.
Thank you, Marlene and Florian. As you can see, I'm now in the front of the production line of the Leica M11. You expect a product which works under the harshest conditions. That's why, traditionally, German craftsmanship is very essential for us at Leica. As you can imagine, an M camera consists of many different parts, which are all equally important to ensure a flawless function. That's why this production line is set up in a so-called fishbone system to ensure maximum transparency and effectiveness. And this is also why we rely on experienced and skilled people in our production. So Tanya, you're working on the M11.
Yes, that's right.
Tell us, what do you like assembling the Leica M11?
On my job, I like that I can work on different places. I can put life into the camera.
Thank you, Tanya. Very kind. Now it's time to hand over to Jesko, who will guide you in a deep dive through the new functions and features, improvements of the Leica M11.
Thank you, Stefan. We are now entering the 5th generation of digital Leica M cameras. With each model, we have used latest technologies to come closer to the iconic ideal of a classic Leica M camera. And we have also broken new ground in digital photography. With this generation, again, We have been able to implement many of our customers' wishes and found new, exciting solutions to capture the decisive moment in the highest quality. So let's dive deeper into the camera. At the heart of every M camera is, of course, the legendary rangefinder and full compatibility with Leica M lenses from the last 67 years. This system of high-precision manufactured optical and mechanical elements offers a unique, lightning-fast way to manually control focus. The arrangement of the classic controls has proven itself in many generations of rangefinder cameras. All parameters relevant to image capture can be changed and controlled by mechanical dials. For the first time, we now also offer the possibility to quickly change additional settings via 3 freely assignable function keys. One button for the index finger, a clickable thumb wheel, and a function key on the rear panel display. As subtle as the changes may appear from the outside, the more fundamental are the changes to the inner workings of the M11. We have left no stone unturned to implement as many of our customers' wishes as possible. The use of new core components required a completely new layout of the image electronics to realize the maximum performance in this extremely compact camera body. With its now 60 megapixels, this image sensor offers even more detail to further exploit the sharpness of the unique Leica M lenses. Thanks to BSI technology in wide dynamic range, not only at its base ISO 64, but also in higher speeds. For the first time, photographers are free to choose whether they want to shoot their images in 60, in 36 or in 18 megapixels, without restrictions, in real raw data and with a gain in image quality and speed. The unique dual-layer filter technology of the sensor cover glass enables high image sharpness across the entire image, true to life brilliant colors and reflection-free images that cannot be achieved with any other image sensor using the compact Leica M lenses. Thanks to the Maestro 3 image processor, images are saved at high speed, even in full resolution. Optionally on an SD card, alternatively or in parallel now also to the built-in memory with 64 GB capacity. Even in rangefinder mode, the image sensor is now used for exposure metering, enabling image analysis before the shot is taken. This results in automatically well-balanced exposures, even in difficult lighting scenes. To make this possible, we have developed a new battery that offers 67% more capacity, which actually translates into significantly more images per battery charge in practice. The new USB-C interface can be used to charge the battery and to transfer images to a Mac or a PC. With a new Leica Photos cable, now also for direct communication with the Leica Photos app. The Leica M11 is a certified accessory made for iPhone and iPad, equipped with advanced connectivity abilities for wireless and wired uploads. With this great package of fundamental workflow improvements, the M11 offers a flexible and comfortable photography experience for anyone who wants to pursue photography with a unique instrument and share their vision with the world. So now back to Dr. Kaufmann.
Dear Jesko, our M system guy, thank you so much for explaining it thoroughly. You know, this camera is the right tool for members of the Leica Hall of Fame Award, like our Ralph Gibson, or for newcomers, like our Gonzalo Fonseca. Therefore, as they all know how to focus, let's see how they handle the M camera.
I've known for the longest time that writing with light requires the most delicate instrument. The real reason I have stayed with the rangefinder Leica for so many years is because early on I realized this camera was capable of doing anything I was capable of asking it to do. When I ask myself why I've stayed with it for so long, I realize that it's a question of ergonomic balance, rhythm, power of the optics. The rangefinder is where my entire universe coincides. I see what's inside the frame, I see what's outside of the frame, and I triangulate myself between the two.
I had never shot with an M camera before, and to use the M11 has been a great experience and also a challenge. I had the idea that with all manual controls, it would be a much slower camera to use. However, when used right, it really helps to provide you with an ability to predict the situations, to predict the light, and just allows me to be much more focused and present in the moment. For me, it's very important to have a camera that responds well in low light situations. And with the M11, I've seen it photograph in very difficult conditions and still produce beautiful results.
Dear Ralph, dear Gonzalo, thank you so much for your effort and your help. And now, customers, friends, photographers worldwide, it's your turn now. Come and have a look at our new baby, but it's not a baby, it's our new milestone, the new M11. Thank you for joining. I hope we'll see us soon.